agenda item 1, apologies for absence.
Yes, we have two, Councillor Rosemary Farmer and Councillor John Blake.
Do we accept their apologies?
Yeah. Okay. Apologies accepted.
And does anyone have any declarations of interest, pecuniary and or personal interest in relation to any items on the agenda? If you realise as we go through, you can declare them as we go through as well. Okay, 3 minutes of the last meeting. We've got them here as well. Is everyone happy with them?
Yep. Yep. If you can find those off your back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Seen? Every page, yeah?
This page is
Initial or
initial,
sign?
yeah,
Yeah,
just initial is fine, thank you.
Gosh, you can hear the music, can't you?
From the
Oh,
fair,
it's not
yeah, it's the fairground.
Yeah.
They don't normally start until the weekend, do they?
Backy fair's not early.
Does it, yeah?
Yeah. Thank you.
Either that or the old people's home behind me.
Yeah.
They do have quite the party.
Okay, do we have, item 4, do we have any public questions?
No, none have been received.
Okay, any letters of objection?
No, same as the agenda says, none have been received for consideration.
Okay. Let's turn then to the applications before us. We're going to, if no one objects, go slightly out of order. We've got one public speaker and one interested party. So if we turn to page 22, and this is reference at the bottom left of 22, reference 5/19/2106, demolition of existing dwelling at 7 and the land to the rear of 5 and 5A, Ox Lane. And we have one speaker.
Yep. Did you want to come up and take a picture
Oh,
of the pieces?
right.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
just get the drawings out.
We've got...
Just up there.
The camera is up there.
Right, okay, for the purposes to help, I did actually print off copies of the previous application that relates to this, just to help us to see what difference there is, because this is a part retrospective application on one that's obviously already been approved. These ones here are the new drawings, and then the 1771 is the application that was previously approved. Okay, Mr.
We've
Peters.
got 3 minutes approximately.
Hopefully it won't take that long. Really, not much to say. Just wanted to try and explain and give you some background because it is confusing. There's been a number of applications on this site and there's been a number of minor amendments. This application, as you've already hinted, is identical to the consented scheme, except for it adds a fourth house at the end of the cul-de-sac. All other aspects of the application are identical to what has already been approved. It is merely adding the fourth and final house in the cul-de-sac, and that is being progressed as a basis of another rear garden falling into play, and it will be the last rear garden falling into play. The house style is virtually identical to the three that have already been consented. It's the same height, it's the same design, it's got the same back garden, the same amount of parking. So all the principles are just repeating what's already been approved. The 4 houses at the back now have 11 parking spaces between them. So it's 3 spaces per dwelling and 2 for one of them. But amenity land, distance to boundaries is all common as per the previously approved application. So that's really all I wanted to say, and just if there was any queries or any points of misunderstanding, very happy to answer any queries. Thank you.
May I?
Yeah.
How many houses is, because this is 5,
There's one on the front,
so that's,
which is a knockdown of number 7 Ox Lane and a replacement. There are currently 3 consented in the back, and this will be the 4th and final house in the back.
okay. And have you already started building the system?
We started building the 3 at the back. This is, we haven't started this one, no.
You haven't, because I was told you had.
No, we haven't even moved into the garden yet.
Okay.
No, we don't even own it yet.
Okay.
Okay. And that might just help actually, Councillor Nicola,
Mm.
so that you can have an idea as to the location.
Is the new garden that you're acquiring plot 5 or plot 2 on here? Which way?
Plot 5, isn't it?
Plot 5.
Yes.
Sorry, I referred to 4 at the back, so it's plot 5 at the back. So we originally put 2 on the back garden number 7. Then we acquired the back garden of 5A and put on a 3rd. And this is the back garden number 5, put on a 4th and final house. There is no scope to put any further houses in there.
Doesn't look like it.
No.
You'd need further gardens from the neighbouring street to...
It would also make the development too close to Westfield roads. It's just not, it's not viable.
I assume there's no impact on trees or anything like that.
So on this plan here, we've got, you can see this, so plot 2 here, the top.
Yeah.
We can see the building to the side of it and the garden here, but there's not, what is here?
The next garden is the rear garden of number 3 Ox Lane.
So it's just the garden, there's not a building.
No, it's just
Yeah.
garden number 3, and then you've got the back gardens of the houses in Westfield Road.
Yeah.
So the nearest house is probably 40 metres, 50 metres away.
Any more questions? Any comments?
Seems fine.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can't see any reason to object to an additional property where it doesn't seem to be causing anyone any distress.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll stick with the recommendation, suggestion of consider no objection.
Everyone happy with that? No objection?
Okay, right.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Go and watch it on YouTube.
You'll have to wait a couple of days.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it'll be there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Right, is that all the cases?
I think so.
Okay, so the next application to discuss is on page 16, and it's the bottom application on page 16, so reference 5/19/1865 at Oak Lee 1 West Common Way. Okay, do you want to
Okay, yep.
anything?
So, I'll get the drawings out, you can see, and then I've got my little spiel following my observations of the drawings. I'll try and think these drawings here will probably be the best ones for us to actually look at. Because this application essentially seeks the new front boundary wall with brick piers and timber gates following the removal of existing fencing and brick piers. So this is a part retrospective application, and some of these works have already taken place. So my notes say fundamentally the plans do not differ from the approved scheme, only change relates to the number and design of the piers along the wall's length. New trees are proposed, tree removal took place as part of an approved scheme. So the trees that have already been removed were permitted before.
Which elements are retrospective, sorry, in this?
They don't actually stipulate what elements are retrospective. All it just means generally is that the works have already started on the site. So.
In the conservation area?
It is, yes.
Do we have the original plans
Yes.
that are approved so we can see how much it
I
differs?
think that they were submitted with these. That, I think that one, yes, so that one there is the approved ones, and these ones here are the ones to replace them.
I've seen one of these has been approved and one hasn't.
You can look actually at the date of the application for the ones that for June 2019.
And you've got July 16.
Yes, so the 16 is the previous ones and the 19 are the new.
I must confess, I can't actually see any difference between the two designs particularly. The few pillars different as they go.
So just looking at the design and access statement, or the sort of supporting letter here, is that the current wall has been amended with the inclusion of 4 additional piers and adjusted vehicular openings to allow for buildability in terms of timber gateposts, hinges, etc., to provide 4,000 clear opening as per the previous application. Whilst addressing this change, we thought it prudent to also include the confirmed landscaping to the front garden, the style alterations to the windows of the front facade, an additional bund half-height wall to the left of the vehicle entrance to close off the front facade and confirm the design for the canopy over the main front entrance and secondary front entrance. So really, we're looking at the front wall.
But the windows as well, was it? Or the
This,
It's the porch, isn't it?
yeah, it's really sort of the front canopy.
So that bit is.
Yeah. And the fact in the previous application they hadn't given details of the design and landscaping, the front garden, which in this application they have confirmed.
Any thoughts?
I have no problem with it.
I can't see a great deal of difference between it and what we previously approved.
Anyone else? Yeah.
No, we can't. Amazing.
Are we agreed to consider no objection?
Yes, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right, thank you. Did you have any further questions, or were you just interested to see sort of?
Yes, I was just interested to see what you said.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Okay.
okay, thank you. Is that all the drawings? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's go back then to page 15 and start at the top. So, reference 5/19/2005, 158 Lower Luton Road. Consider no objection is the suggested way forward.
Okay, so obviously now I've put a little bit more detail in the application, in the agenda now, so that you can sort of see. So I probably won't say much different than what's down here. So the garage is no longer used as a garage; it's converted into a bedroom already. There's no increase in bedrooms, just the size, and extra space for living. No effect on the parking, and utilise the existing footprint to the rear. Good additions to the property, all single story.
When would where it says no history,
Yes.
but the demolition of existing converted garage, would that converted garage be something that they would have need permission for?
No, they probably would have done that under community development
Okay, fine.
before, or it was done more than 10 years ago. I only do history back as far as
Okay.
10 years. I guess it's silly really if you start going much beyond that, but something like that, where they haven't potentially changed the exterior, then it can just be done under community development. You might find that the garage, look actually that the garage door was still there, and then behind it was actually a roof,
Yeah.
which is often the case.
Everyone happy?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
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 Okay. So, no objection then. So, reference 5/19, 21/22, 34 Lyndhurst Drive. Proposal does not appear to differ from the previous approve application, consider repeating the recommendation.
Yes, I couldn't see that there was any difference, only that a statement sheet on how they're addressing the Hartlepool Neighbourhood Plan policy has been included.
There we
So,
go.
yeah,
Send a gold star to them.
so happy with that?
Yes.
Happy, yeah, no, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, reference 5/19/1185, 7 Woodend Hill. No comment required by the committee. Agreed. Right. Reference 5/19/2011, 7 Tintern Close. Don't recognise the road name there. Consider no objection.
Okay, yeah, so the proposal is to demolish elements of existing house to make space for a new build, mostly flat roofed, poor design, sufficient plot space with a matching design, good use of the plot, sufficient parking, sufficient amenity space, no effect on the trees.
So erection of a new 3-bedroomed house and alter. So this is, they're doing something to one house and erecting a new house. Is that right?
Knocking one down, putting one up.
Knocking bits of them down, I think.
Yes, so there is the, right, okay, yes, this, I'm just remembering now. They are building, it's quite, I'll show you, it's quite a substantial plot and they have got plenty of space to the side.
Okay, fine.
So here we go, this is it here. They've got a flat roof element to the side which they're looking to demolish, which will then free up further space, this house here, which will free up further space for them to be able to then have an additional dwelling to the side. So they're demolishing elements of existing, but the existing house is remaining subject to alteration statements and such like.
All the rest of the street looks quite uniform there, but I don't know. I don't know this road. Should do.
By Darwin Road. By Darwin Road. Can you fall close?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think I can show you.
Well, they can recognise it then.
I looked it up online. It looks fine to me. It's a small little house they're putting in,
Yeah.
but
Right, here we go. So that's the existing street scene,
Okay.
and then this is the proposed street scene. And then from above, see the garden space, and
And one goes in there and they've got space to the left. Yeah.
that was quite a good one. So I mean, there's ample amenity space for both properties.
Yeah, it's sort of cut roof.
Everyone happy?
yeah.
Yes, I mean this is in a sense I've just noted down here good use of the plot to provide an extra dwelling.
Yeah.
You know, all these different extra dwellings
Yeah.
that we can achieve, nibbling away. Always
Interesting, many
helpful.
trends. Very pleased.
Absolutely.
And what they're proposing is, you know, a 3-bedroom house, which is
What
in
we short
need.
of,
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Very good.
Okay, so I've obviously we've got down there's no objection, and I've got the 4 different neighbourhood plan policies that reflect this. So ESD1, ESD2, H2, and T11.
Very good. Yeah. Everyone agreed?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to reference 5/19/1735, which is 60 Piggott's Hill Lane. Proposal is to add the existing hitched roof design to the rear of the property, which appears to be in keeping with the design and character of the dwelling and area. Consider no objection. Everyone happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
No objection. Reference 5/19/1639, 9 Southgate Court, Luton Road. Consider no objection.
Okay, so just to give a bit of background, this is the site as you're heading out of the town towards Luton. On the left-hand side, there is sort of what looks like a breeze block wall, which is the side of the plot that's been kind of cordoned off that was up for sale. It's behind some sort of hoarding along there. So actually what they're proposing to do is a proper brick built wall is a vast improvement.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's
This front wall week that we're doing.
maybe.
Yeah.
Don't mind brick walls, they're easy.
Okay. Reference 519-2000. 42 Townsend Lane. Bit of history here. And we're considering repeating the recommendation. No objection.
Yeah, so the only changes to the application that was approved relate to the removal of roof lights and the roof design. Fundamentally, the proposal has not changed.
Does the roof design mean it's different to the neighbouring streets in at all?
I think, from memory, they're looking to reduce it.
Ah, perfect.
This is the new application. Yeah, this is the new application, and then this is the one which is given approval. Yes, they've reduced the height of it. They are no longer requiring the they were no longer looking to build so high into the roof.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Everyone have it?
Yep.
Yeah, we've lost this sort of little hip arrangement at the front there. They're no longer needing to go quite so high.
Next one, bottom of page 17, 5/19, 2007, 85 Overston Road. Single-storey front and side extension with pitch roof. Does not meet the criteria for recommendation. No one wants to comment? No?
No.
5/19/2017, 44 Overston Road. A lot going on Overston Road. Again, officer observations, no comment required by the committee. Loft conversion. Agreed?
Yep.
Comment?
Yes.
5/19/1910, 8 Batford Road, does not meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. Agreed? 5/19/2080, single-storey rear extension with roof lights, does not meet the criteria. Okay. 5/19/1763, 17 The Pleasant. Consider no objection. What do we know?
Okay, so building over the detached garage, stroke joining it to the main house. Bulk of the footprint is the same, no windows to the side to cause any overlooking, 1 metre to the boundary remains, extensions are in keeping with the rest of the house and sympathetically done, almost mirrors the neighbour.
Yep.
That's good.
Happy?
Yes.
Okay, reference 5/19/1851. The Old Bell, 177 Luton Road. External alterations with raised planters, provides car parking. Does not meet the criteria for this committee. Okay. Reference 5/19/1931 LB.
Listed building.
Okay. Right, okay, listed building consent. 100, okay, the Old Bell again. This application does not meet the criteria for the committee. No one wants to comment now?
No.
Okay, reference 5/19/1693 for Oakwood Drive. Consider no objection.
Okay, a substantial plot and property at the end of the row of houses. No others appear to have raised the roof. Ample parking, although large. The proposed extensions are in keeping with the scale and design of the original dwelling, will not cause impact on anyone.
I'm thinking in the right area, that's an area of those substantial properties anyway.
Just off the Oakwood Road.
Yeah, very important we study this closely. No. Yeah. Happy with no objection?
Yes.
Okay, reference 5/19/1889, 33 East Moor Park does not meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. Reference 5/19/2020, 31 West Common Way, no history, consider no objection.
Okay, the proposals are mostly small additions to the existing property with a modernisation and open plan living. A substantial plot, no impact on anyone, or with style and character of the building and the surrounding area, no tree work.
Fine
Happy?
again, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, page 20 then, top of page 20, 5/19/1803, 6 Hitherfield Lane, does not meet the criteria. Okay. Reference 5/19/1828, Harpenden West, consider no objection, this is the leisure centre.
Yeah, this is actually the relocation of all of the vast amount of sort of spoil and sort of store that we've got located in the park at the moment. So what they're basically looking to do is to infill the sort of dip, the bowl that we've got in the middle of the park at the moment, where there is a football pitch in the middle of it basically. So we've kind of got a slight amphitheatre arrangement at the moment. They're looking to relocate the spoil to be there so that we've got a much more level the levelling out of that area of the park. They'll retop soil lift and mark it all up again and we'll carry on as is.
When does it affect people sledging?
Funny you say that. There was an objection on there for that reason, that there would be the loss of that.
There wouldn't be there, would there? Because that's just where the trees stick down.
I think it is.
Are they going to go in there?
Well, I'll show you. I'll show you.
All right.
So when we're explaining, I'll try and show you. So this here is probably the best plan to sort of give you an idea. So this is the avenue trees that that you go up. It's just literally this area that's just here, where it does. So as you say, so you've got the tree line along here, and then currently you've got that nice slope for sledging.
I know the good sledging bit is
okay.
Yeah.
So that will remain.
Yeah.
But this is the area that they're looking to relocate it to.
Is that the existing football pitch or the new football pitch?
It's the existing.
I try to see that one of the corners isn't being raised, but everything else is. I think the current pitch is wonky.
Didn't we have a chap from Parks County Council talking through the proposals to make sure that we didn't get flooding in that area?
Yes,
It's all been gone through for that.
Yeah. So that is actually, there is a very detailed flood risk assessment. So actually, by this taking place, will it help to alleviate some of the flooding issues that we are experiencing primarily in Leighton Road.
Okay, good.
Gentle slopes are better than steep slopes, aren't they? Slopes are good, I guess, generally for getting water.
Okay,
So,
so I think there's broad agreement that we're not objecting.
No, fine.
Okay. So I've got the various neighbourhood plan policies that I can reference for this. Okay?
Yeah. No objection, everyone happy? Yeah.
Happy?
Okay, moving on then. Reference 5/19/1850, 7 Rockhampstead Avenue. Quite a few officer observations. Consider refusal.
Oh, yes. Okay, this one, as I sort of detailed in there, I just felt was an awful lot that they were looking to do to the existing. So, though this is for a garage on number 7 Rockhampstead Avenue, it's actually accessed off of Avenue St Nicholas.
Yes.
Okay.
So these pictures here show the existing quite well. So we've got at the moment a bit of a shed arrangement at the back of the single-storey garage, and what they're looking to do is to increase the height of the garage element to then have a sort of accessible mezzanine floor and then rebuild the shed at the back. The shed element isn't so much of a problem, it's the garage with the carport at the front, which I fear may be a little bit too much impact on this neighbour just here.
Yeah, I had a look at it, and I think it would be detrimental.
It's quite, well, it's a conservation area, and it's quite an attractive period house, isn't it? In a very visible location.
So it's not, you see, it's not this house here.
No.
So it would be
That's the one.
It's going to be close to it.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's the one that.
Look at that picture.
This one?
An angle of a building.
We're very
So I'm trying to picture it upside down.
Do we know if it's complex? Probably would.
They hadn't when I looked at it originally, but I can double check now to see if there's any further.
And it would be visible, more visible from the street than it is now.
Much more.
And that would affect the streets.
It extends quite a long way forward. Actually, it will pretty much take over just the parking element that we've got up there at the moment with this carport.
Is there a way to get an aerial shot of this, just to...
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out
Right,
the placement of that garage. You can't always tell from photographs.
True, but it's a you do have that great long expanse of fence,
Yeah.
and then you see where that car is there.
Yeah.
That's in there.
Oh, yeah. So it's not even that far back, so it came forward. Good, yeah.
So the garage existing at the moment is going to be, the building line is moving forward effectively, is that what?
It is, it's increasing in height. Yeah, they're
There's a
looking
lot of
to
it
put
down to the corner one.
Look what I don't know.
Right, so there's no letters of objection or anything on there. Let's see what highway has done. No, still no problem. Okay, let's do some of that. Sometimes being is good, and then other times it's pretty poor. I think it's up in St Nicholas, isn't it? Right, here we go.
Yeah, it is.
Right, so it's here. Let me see if I can turn it round the other way. I don't think it's going to help you, Matt, unfortunately.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
here.
fine.
Let me try it under the Google Maps. Sometimes that.
That wasn't a bad view.
We're in blind now.
That's that sort of it.
So it's down here.
Just to the left,
Here,
is it there?
just here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
If
it.
I just come out, it sort of gives you an idea. A little bit. It's not the best,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay.
So presumably it's the garage for that house with the big garden next.
So yes,
It's
this
that one.
it
Yeah.
belongs to this house here.
Yeah.
So there's a little shed element. There's the existing garage. So this garage here is looking to increase in height, and then we're going to have a carport pretty much along this area here.
So right to the edge.
Yeah. I can do some. Existing garage is the existing garage is 4 metres, and it's going to come 6.2 metres, and the new carport is 4 metres.
Yeah, that's quite
in
different.
length, yeah.
And is this conservation area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now overlooking for the windows on the roof, but the carport extends almost to the end of the driveway.
So it's, well, it's like building, bringing the building line forward, isn't it, in the conservation area, I suppose.
Yeah.
And actually, see, I've just put down here that it extends well before or well beyond the footprint of number 12 Avenue St Nicholas.
Yeah. I think it affects the streets and
Yeah.
Because it's going higher and
Yeah.
forwarder.
There's also not the same value in it would just help the car to live there, and I've got the car live there. There's no increase in dwelling space.
No
residence.
public good.
There's no public good. There's just, it's interesting, a carpool, because what sort of cars are going there? Fashion cars.
Well, interestingly, if I just go in here, they have got like a vintage Land Rover sat on there, and I'm wondering if it's to actually just to protect him.
Yeah, they thought a Land Rover kind of should protect itself.
Well, I think maybe
Like
when
that.
he's 50 years old, even he might need a bit of protection.
So when you look at it like that, you do feel that it is going to affect the house on the right, isn't it? It's not near the owners don't live near what they're putting up almost. you know what I mean?
No.
And it's so effectively, where the Land Rover is now, that will be covered.
That would be the carport area, yeah. I mean, you can see already the height of the existing garage behind, which is 4 metres. They're going up to 6.2 metres. They're going up a further 2 metres in height.
No, I don't like it.
Just doesn't seem in keeping, does it?
No.
And why is it going up? Sorry, I've lost track. What
It's
are they
okay.
putting in there?
They're looking to have sort of storage space
Just
above.
storage.
Yeah. So there's like sort of
Oh, I see.
mezzanine storage
Storage,
area
yeah.
accessed by a ladder.
And as a conservation area, is there something, I mean obviously the conservation area is protecting something.
Yeah.
In what way does this contravene what the conservation area is protecting?
Well, the conservation area really is very much, in terms of protecting it, is very much as to making sure that things, the design, materials and effect on the surrounding area is very carefully controlled.
And the character too, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, and would you class this as being an acceptable development in this location, which is part of the Hartlepool Conservation Area? I mean, I think we would question it, even if it wasn't in the conservation area, but the fact it's in the conservation area, with properties of this style and character, it probably adds further weight.
I also think the existing garage fits quite well with the street scene, which I know isn't necessarily a consideration, but I think...
I think you could argue that the garage, if it was a bit taller, that might not be the end of the world, because on the left-hand side, the building there is very, very tall, and on the right it's quite tall. I mean, personally, I think the issue is more having some sort of structure which would effectively be in front of that attractive period house on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I guess if that garage in the background was already a metre higher, we probably wouldn't be saying, oh no, it's really tall. But it would look odd to be having building where that drive is in front of the attractive building.
Because the existing garage is not only going higher, but it's extending out further as well.
Yeah,
So it's adding even more than just the carport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a public good argument. Again, I asked what was going in there, and what's going in is more storage for somebody who's only got a lot of stuff, who puts more stuff in him.
So, I guess, are we happy with the officer recommendation of consider refusal?
Yeah.
Or refusal? Yeah.
Yep,
Everyone
okay.
agree?
Yep, agree.
Okay.
Appreciate Mr. Adrian Hampstead see these comments from me. Maybe you can take issue with it. That's really
I think
we can
they're valid comments.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
saying.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So, reference 5/19/1999, 42 Townsend Lane, some history there. Consider repeating recommendation of no objection.
So this one actually, we looked at 42 Townsend Lane a few applications ago where they have reduced the height of the roof. You were saying you guys looked back, so this is another application for the same site with a slight difference. Yes, so essentially this is where I was getting confused. This is the one where they are removing the loft accommodation.
Okay.
Okay, so the other one was a reduction, but this is actually the removal of the loft accommodation, so the actual roof height will be much lower.
Yeah,
I'm
we're happy.
happy. Fine.
Sounds as though
Yeah.
something we're going to be objecting to, isn't it? Quite unusual on the slide. So reference 5192042. Not, the application does not meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. Okay. Reference 5192060. 67 Overston Road. Consider no objection.
Okay, so the proposals generally consist of additional roof lights. The height of the roof is increasing with the addition of two gable dormers to the window, two gable dormers to the rear. The design and style of the house is not really changing. The neighbouring properties extend even further back. No loss of amenity. Query parking provision. 2 cars ?
Is there an additional bedroom going in as part of this, or is it the same number of bedrooms?
Should we have a little,
Yeah, we should have a little look.
maybe?
Absolutely.
Just if there's a concern with parking, if there's no extra bedroom going in, I wouldn't be too
If I can find the floor plan. Right, there's the system. It's one of those applications where they do a sheet per thing.
Roof length to the front, it's squaring off the back.
And a bit of the roof going up, I think, because that chimney is supposed to be being swallowed.
It does.
That's how I'm working out the height.
Yeah, it is.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, it's squaring it up, I don't think necessarily increasing the height.
So, oh golly, okay. Yeah, this is increasing by 3 further bedrooms. Did it have 3 before? Because you're going into the attic, and you've now got bedroom 5 and bedroom 6. Is that was it just 3 bedrooms?
4 bedrooms on 1 floor.
Oh, 4, okay.
On floor, it looks like what they're adding 2 above, I think.
Yeah.
That's the height of the,
So, alright, let me look at this mechanically with the parking there. So in a sense, the parking position will be inadequate.
Yeah, I would.
I don't think I've on board the fact that we were having the 2 additional cars, the 2 additional bedrooms.
There's only 1 car for 6 bedrooms, particularly on Overston Road.
Yeah, the parking's not great, is it?
Yeah, it's too much.
Is that existing? Oh, no, proposed.
Is there a, do we have a view, is there a policy on roof lights at the front? Is it kind of just...
Roof lights generally, because as they are within the
It's just the first building's changed.
the angle of the roof,
Yes, yeah,
generally not, they aren't usually you can't view out of them, it's normally just the light going in. It's more a case of if you were having dormers to the front,
I appreciate
where obviously it changes to view. Right, I'm just going to have a little look to see what...
They're not going out to the front, are they? Presumably the parking provision is the same.
Yes, they
No.
say that it's remaining the same, but my concern is that it's going to be inadequate for the fact that we've now got 6 bedrooms.
Yeah. No, I would add some.
Is this the house? Is that the
I'm
house?
trying
No.
to, well, it's
I think
taken
it might
me-
be further down.
Yeah, I think actually it's this one here, remembering actually now, it's this one
Yeah,
here,
that looks like
this
that,
bit
right.
here.
It's
and
with
I-
that, yes. it is,
Yeah, I looked and I thought, okay, which is why I queried the parking provision. They don't help me with saying anything about the parking. All they've said in the application form is, does this affect the current parking provision? And they say no. So I'm going from this picture here, which was taken earlier this year. It's not to say that the wall hasn't gone and that there's not additional parking space being provided, but I don't think you'd fit any more than 2 cars in there.
Yeah,
Could we have a look at it from above, just to see?
I agree. I mean, I think that's 2 cars, but then,
I think you can get 3 on that. If if you weren't too concerned with
Yeah, maybe
the
you would
order in
fit
which you
another
park
one there by the
Well, if you knock
side.
the wall down. But
no,
then you
I'm just
come
thinking
in.
if you looked at it from above, I reckon you could probably get 2 cars in that space.
What, sort of side by side here with the third one here?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I wouldn't.
But having
I've
said
raised
that,
issues about that. I know physically you might, but I know what would
Yeah.
happen.
Practicality.
You would always
yeah.
go, oh, I'll just knock in that, I can't be
Yeah.
bothered to do all the shuffling, I'm just going to get
Yeah.
out there. And then we're believing, we've approved it on the basis there's three are never used,
Mm.
and somebody's lost their parking space on the road. That'd be
Yeah.
my concern about that.
But then I would have thought, could be wrong, that for a family house, even 6 bedrooms, well, or a house with 6 bedrooms, so you imagine it'd be a family house, that 2 parking spaces would be enough anyway, wouldn't you? In
Not-
a sustainable location.
Parking standards request that there is a minimum of 2.5 rounded up, so 2 allocated and half an unallocated space rounded up to 3 is a minimum.
Is that for 6 bedrooms?
That's for anything over 4.
Okay.
So that's what the district was there. I know the district council is slightly more lenient, they don't seem to enforce it in quite the same way as maybe we do, but
Are we expressing concern about the parking?
potentially, yeah. I mean,
So-
it's what it is, decision, but
I mean, there are loads of markings on the road where...
it's part of the controlled parking zone, so those white lines that you can see there are places, areas where you are not allowed to park. So you can park within the T elements as long as you've got a valid parking permit.
So does that mean that the house next door to the left, there's a Mini there,
Yeah.
whereas if they drove straight forward, they would be actually going over, if you like, a proper marked out space. So if they had knocked down their wall,
They have, so
so could you still block that Mini in?
yes, you could, because I bet if I go along, there's no drop curb
There's
there.
no drop curve, it doesn't look like there is.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is
So
a
there's-
constant I face
Yeah.
at Albans.
There's no drop curb, so
you could
districts have,
legitimately,
yeah,
yeah.
the
Yes.
districts have marked up.
Legitimate parking space, and then you'll get, if they can, they'll try and complain and say someone has parked in front of their parking space, but it's not their parking space.
And parking space is that where that white
Yes.
line is?
Yeah.
So actually, now I've looked at the policy 40, for anything more than 4 bedrooms, we need 3.5 parking spaces. We need 4.
They definitely don't have
Sorry, how many do they need? 3 of
Four.
them? 4.
Yeah, so the way that it's worked up is that you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
allocated
that
spaces of 3,
Yeah.
and then half an unallocated space, so in a sense you need to be able to have parking provision within on the street, so we need to have a minimum of 4.
On the property line.
3 on the property, and then a further one available within the vicinity. So we need to have a minimum on site.
So we got there, we've got a road with a parking problem anyway. We've been making objections about lack of parking provision on all sorts of properties before, and I don't see that there's anything exceptional about this one, so I think it's difficult not to.
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
Yeah. Express,
So
expressing concern about the parking. Is there anything else we're expressing concern about?
I think other than that, it's a 4-bed into a 6-bed. I don't think there's...
It's really the 2 extra rooms in the loft, is it, then, with the making use of
And
the...
looking at the height of the roof to the right,
Both of them look a bit taller, don't they, either side, so it's not...
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
And it's a road that's got quite big houses on it already.
Okay, so express concern about parking.
Yeah.
Nothing. No trees affected.
No.
Not in that one.
Please,
Okay.
could you pass me the drawing? Thank you.
So, reference 5/19, 1948, 74 Ox Lane, demolition of single-storey side yard extension. Consider no objection.
Okay, building over the existing flat roof garage and extending out to the back. Number 72 is a more substantial property, so reduces the impact from the rear extension. Number 72 is set forward also, which reduces the impact on them from the front extension. Similar to number 70 in terms of style and bulk, acceptable development on the site and the road, parking is adequate.
Happy with the objection?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move on then to reference 5/19/1976. 21 Lyndhurst Drive does not meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. Everyone happy?
Yes.
Some more below 5/19/1928, 38 Carpenter's Close does not meet the criteria of the committee.
Yeah.
We've done
Okay, we've done that one. And the next one, lots of writing here. Reference 5/19/2111, 9 Haslingden Close.
Okay.
There's no objection.
So the property is at the end of the cul-de-sac and the position on the plots in relation to the neighbours reduces any impact. Tree screening to the side of number 11, the rear boundary is a good distance away, no loss of trees, substantial end product property but in keeping adequate parking.
Given what they wanted to do.
Yeah. I think actually you'd have remembered this at Plans North.
Is this the sort of the corner
It is.
where they wanted to build two houses?
That's it.
One was very close.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, Paul.
So,
Can we have a little look?
Let's look.
This was called in at the district council, and there was quite a lot of local disquiet about it.
Did we ever hear back from that bloke when a change of use on the land that he didn't own?
Well, I
I can't remember that, but it just reminded me when we went to properties quite a tight spot.
Yes. The garden that he was trying to grab from the previous week.
Yeah, there are a few that sort of go round. You're on 17 there now. So.
Yeah, I did put in this, I think it's up here.
No.
Right, this one here.
That's not good.
So this is the original house here.
That's it.
And they wanted to knock that down and put in two.
And put in two.
They did.
It was quite tight. Well, you can see there's a house to the right, so and it's quite close to the houses behind.
Yeah, you can see them just kind of peeking through.
Yeah, but there's definitely. I remember going to look at it, and there's definitely space to the right hand side that you could see is reasonable to be utilised.
Yeah, and there's plenty of parking there because they've got. I mean, you can get at least two on that drive.
Have a look at the what it's going to look like.
Four bedrooms.
I'm assuming there's no loss of
It's
tree.
going to be 5 bedrooms.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be 5.
So parking then
Is
I guess
adequate,
there's
yeah.
enough. First floor south east ventilation. Everyone happy?
Yeah.
I think it's inclusive with the rest of the
Okay. So next one is no comment required by the committee. Reference 5/19/2112. Ford Close, Harpenden. No comment required by the committee. Everyone happy with that?
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah.
Comment. So reference 5/19/2127. 17 Park Rise. Application does not meet the criteria. Committee. Again. Reference 5/19/2138. 3 Ramswood Park.
Okay.
No objection.
Substantial plots where the proposals will not impact on the style and character of the house or on the neighbours. Pruning is to take place to facilitate the new garage, although there is no loss of trees.
Odd question, but I'm assuming that the detached garage doesn't take away any parking because sometimes you
No.
can find that they produce.
No, this is a rather substantial plot. on Roundwood Park.
Okay. Motion existing attached garage. Okay, everyone happy?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, reference 5/19/2058. South Home, Redbourne Lane, the application does not meet the criteria for the committee. Okay. 5/19/2078. No comment required by the committee, 1 Grove End, Paddock Wood, yeah.
Yeah.
5/19/2104, 50 Oakfield Road. Consider no objection.
Okay, site is at the end of a turning circle, back onto the open farmland. Plot is capable of accepting the proposal. No effect on anyone. Ample parking. No loss of trees or landscaping.
Two-story front extension position. Everyone happy? Anyone want to look? Happy?
I'm happy with that, yeah.
It's a big house.
Okay. So the next one then, page 25, the top, reference 5/19/2108, 42 Wheathampstead Road. Consider no objection.
Okay, the neighbouring property to the side of the extension is set further forward, so reduces the impact. No increase in bedrooms, just size. Design is in keeping and the gap to the boundaries is retained. Nice additions, similar development done close by.
Which one's number 42 on Wheathampstead Road?
So it's one of the ones which is kind of set back. So you've got the main Wheathampstead Road and then you've got sort of the grass verge.
Yeah.
So it's one of the houses
Okay,
that's
behind
set
there.
back, yeah.
Two-story.
So I think sort of kind of back onto Meadway possibly. Is it
yeah.
Meadway or
Yeah.
High First Crescent or something?
One
Yeah.
of those preference around there.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you say other houses have done similar things?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Quite a lot of building work going on down there, isn't there? In terms of current and future.
Okay, everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
5, so reference 5/19/1984, 5 Claygate Avenue. Consider no objection. Some history.
Okay, number 7 has a similar extension over the garage roof, retaining the gaps to the boundaries, nice addition, straight modernisation, removal of the increase in roof height from the previous application makes the property more in keeping with the street scene. 1 space in the garage retained and other parking on the drive.
So increasing the roof height.
Removing the increase in roof
okay.
height, yeah, so it's actually dropping back down again.
I noticed that last time you were concerned about parking. That
Yes, so that has actually been addressed by the garage. 1 space in the garage is being retained. I think they were losing that before, and then we've got other parking on the drive.
that's fine.
Sounds like they've addressed the concerns. Everyone happy with consider no objection?
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is our final one, and it does not meet the criteria. So reference 5/19/2082, 19 Clarence Road, officer observations, does not meet the criteria of consideration by the committee. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Item 7.
Yeah, so just really to note that the appeal for Ayers End House was, I think it was dismissed, actually. No, actually, I lied. It was actually allowed, yes. I'm getting confused with the other one that's gone on to me. Yeah. So just note really that they've got planning permission to do what they plan to do there.
Okay. Item 8, prior notifications. There are no prior notifications.
No, not this time.
Item 9, page 33. Just note,
Yeah,
note these.
just note these.
No
yeah,
one has comment.
just note the decision.
Item 10, page 47, application for tree works. Just note them.
Note those, yeah.
Okay, they are noted.
Yeah.
Date of next meeting, Tuesday the 1st of October. Okay, it is then, and close the meeting. 8:30.
Brilliant. Excellent, I'll go and turn off.